for the best high school sports. It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ewing High School, the home of the Blue Devils, as we get you ready for high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Today, Steinert has come to visit, and we've got the game coming up in just a moment. First pitch in just a little bit. Today's game brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Saul Funeral Homes, the New Jersey Education Association, Haldeman Ford, thanks to Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township, Blend Restaurant, making portions of today's game possible, along with the Hamilton Township Division of Health, and just a lot of great community support, including the Trentonian and the Trenton Thunder. This is the Trentonian pregame show. First pitch in just a moment, thanks to the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, and Chris Auto Body, all on hand for today's game. Steinert at 2-3, Ewing with 1 win and 3 losses so far on the season. And we welcome in the boys here. Gus the Bus Barber doing our video engineering, helping to call the game, and Andrew Myers behind the camera. He'll be breaking down the action as well. Andrew, a bit of a chilly day for this one. Not much wind, but temperatures are going to be struggling to get into the 50s.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of first weeks of April here and a couple of first weeks of the baseball season in central Jersey. A lot of cold days, a lot of rain. Rain's still coming as well later on in the week, but these two teams seem ready, and they're out here. They're gearing to go, and should be an exciting CVC matchup here between Ewing and Steinert.
And Gus, even though it's a little bit chilly, both teams have to play in the same kind of conditions, so you got to just put that right out of your mind and focus on all the little things that you got to do right.
Yeah, the cold is here. The cold is not going to go away, so you're just going to have to battle through it. Both teams are going through it, and like you said, you just got to focus on the little details. Do what you do best in these kind of situations. Try to block out the cold. I know it's going to be hard. You know, you're going to hear us talk about it a lot, I think, throughout the game, but you won't hear the players talk about it.
Well, on the mound today for the Steinert Spartans, it'll be Mason Grant, the senior, getting the start, and he'll be facing Ryan Gregg for the Ewing Blue Devils. Gregg saw action this season against Notre Dame and West Windsor-Plainsboro, but for Mason Grant, he's seen action over the past number of seasons, Andrew. He's got some experience, and the senior coming in well-seasoned.
Yeah, Mason Grant has been the stalwart and the horse of this Steinert Spartans pitching staff for the last couple seasons for head coach Brian Gialella. He has 95 innings pitched through 3 years of varsity on the mound. And this season, got roughed up in his last start a little bit against Allentown. He threw 6 innings in a complete game in a 6-4 loss for the Spartans, but he allowed 4 earned runs. It's only the 4th time in 19 appearances on the mound for varsity that he's allowed more than 3 earned runs. So he should be gearing and ready to go for this one and kind of try to bounce back. And Ewing is a good opponent for him to bounce back on. He had arguably his best start of the season last year against the Blue Devils, a 2-1 win for the Spartans last year on April 11th. He threw a complete game, allowed 1 unearned run on 4 hits, struck out 7, and walked a pair. So Mason Grant, he should be gearing and ready to go and looking for a big bounce back against a team he pitched very well against last season.
First pitch coming up in just a moment, celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, supporting today's game. Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford, they have it all: new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and just a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford, they service all makes and models. Got a state-of-the-art collision center, and coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the visiting Steinert Spartans, leading off playing shortstop will be Joey Ditta. In right field, hitting second, Jack Pirelli. Batting third and playing left field is Remy Finiello. The DH is in the cleanup spot. That's Caden Hurley, and he bats for pitcher Mason Grant. Chase Purcella at first base will hit fifth. Hayden Caruso doing the catching, bats sixth, with Gavin Gialella at second base hitting 7th, Tommy Ditta at third hitting 8th, and John Copera in center field hits 9th today for Brian Gialella's Steinert Spartans. For the Ewing Blue Devils, it's Sam Leibowitz who gets the leadoff spot. He's in center field. Batting second is Joey Andreas, and he does the catching. Jake Mignonia at third base hits third, with Ryan Gregg, the pitcher, in the cleanup spot. A straight 9 for the Blue Devils as Michael Ordini at second base hits fifth. Wilfrey Rodriguez is at shortstop hitting 6th. Josh Tirado will play first base and bat 7th. Connor Lane in left hits 8th, and Mason Bourne in right field, rounding out the starting 9 for Coach Dave Angebrandt and the Ewing Blue Devils. All right, high school baseball on WBCB. And if WBCB sports fans, you can get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant, which is at 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports. You'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu at blendbar.com. Well, it seems like we're all warmed up and ready to go. Scheduled for a first pitch at 3:45 today. So still a few minutes away from our scheduled start. And it looks like we're going to be on time. Lineup cards getting exchanged at home plate. And looks like, yeah, that business is done. And we get closer to the start of today's action. We're going to step aside and return with the first pitch as the Steinert Spartans visit the Ewing Blue Devils. It's high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
The 2025 Hamilton Area YMCA Sawmill Summer Camp is open for registration for campers, kindergarten through age 15. Campers unplug, explore, and grow at Sawmill Summer Camp on 50 beautiful acres of outdoor space. Campers enjoy swimming, STEM, sports, games, recreational activities, camper achievement, special events, and theme weeks. For more information about the various camps offered and to register, visit hamiltonymca.org. That's hamiltonymca.org. Hamilton Area YMCA Sawmill Summer Camp, a great high-quality day camp experience.
Welcome back to Andy Greener Field here on the campus of Ewing High School. It's high school baseball. This afternoon on the WBCB Sports Network. This is actually one of 3 games we have coming your way. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber and Andrew Myers, and we are ready to get this one underway. Ryan Gregg is finishing up his warm-up tosses, and for the Spartans, Joey Ditta, Jack Pirelli, and Remy Finiello leading off here in the top of the first. And all 3 of those guys, Andrew, with some pretty impressive batting averages here in the early going. Top of the lineup seems to be powering the Spartans so far.
Yeah, they're definitely the motor that makes this Spartan offense run. Those top 3 of Ditta, Finiello, and Pirelli, 3 of them combined hitting .360 this season through 5 games, all of them with a batting average over 300. And Ditta, the leadoff man, with a .391 average, 7 hits and 18 at-bats. He's got 5 doubles as well in those 7 hits. So not only is he getting on base, he's getting extra bases as well. And you couldn't ask for a much better leadoff man than Joey Ditta.
Well, both of these teams with limited action so far this season, but both of them with proud traditions and hoping to turn around the season, which has not gotten the start that they were looking for. But a great rivalry today, rejoined as the Blue Devils and Spartans battle. Great to have you with us on BCB, and the first pitch taken to center field for a base hit from Joey Ditta, so he improves on his .389 batting average with a solid hit to center field. And he is a leadoff man on nobody out. Jack Pirelli steps to the plate. Pirelli with 19 plate appearances so far, batting .333. 5 hits, 4 of them singles, and he is first pitch swinging too. That's a fair ball just down the first base line. Extra bases for Pirelli. Rounding third, they're going to send Ditta, and he will score without a throw. It's a stand-up triple for Pirelli and an RBI. Steinert on the scoreboard in the early going.
2 pitches, 2 swings, and a run already on the board for the Spartans. And the top of the order making us sound good, Chris, as they come through in the early portions of the game.
And for Pirelli, that's his first triple of the season, and it's an RBI triple to boot. Here's Remy Finiello, the left fielder, at the plate. And he takes a called strike from Ryan Gregg. Yeah, aggressive approach for the Spartans here to start. A couple of first pitch swings, and now a couple of takes by Finiello, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Finiello hitting .353 with 6 hits. That one bounces away from Joey Andreas, and another run scores as in from third comes Jack Pirelli, and the Spartans are in front 2-0 in the top of the first.
Yeah, those
Wild
are the
pitch there.
Type of things you got to avoid as a defense, gifting the other team a run, and especially when you already had a run come in to start the inning.
Finiello whiffs at that one. So a ball and 2 strikes to Finiello at the plate. And a late swing comes up empty. He strikes out. And that's the first out in the top of the first. Brings to the plate DH Caden Hurley. Hurley with 4 base hits here in the early part of the season. Swing and a miss. First couple of guys right on top of starting pitcher Ryan Gregg, and now trying to find the baseball. There's one sent foul down the third baseline for strike 2.
Yeah, it's been a rough start of the season for Gregg on the mound. He's allowed 16 earned runs in his first 2 appearances coming into this contest. Had a pretty decent season last year, a 3.45 ERA, but he's having struggles getting guys out this season.
That one taken to left, line drive right at Connor Lane, and he makes the catch. So 2 down, nobody on for Chase Bracella. Yeah, Ryan Gregg pitched pretty well against Notre Dame, didn't get a lot of run support, pitched better against West Windsor-Plainsboro, but there they scored a bunch of runs, but also gave up a bunch of runs in that game as Purcell takes ball one.
Yeah, Ewing allowing 37 combined runs in their first 3 games of the season, all losses. They're finally able to break the schneid and grab their first win of the year a week ago against Nottingham in a 2-1 tight contest.
And, those numbers are well known by the opposition, so maybe that kind of leads to that aggressive approach for the Spartans, trying to get right after the Blue Devils. 1-1 pitch from Gregg. Just off the plate a bit for ball 2. One delivery in there for a strike for the Spartans. Head coach Brian Gialella, helped by Rick Freeman, Mike Hastings, Mike Santoro. That's the brain trust for the Spartans. The 2-2 gets him swinging. 2 strikeouts for Gregg, and he makes his way through the first, but not without a little difficulty. 2 runs score on 2 hits. They leave the bases empty after a half inning. Spartans in front 2-0. The Ewing Blue Devils coming to bat. High school baseball on WBCB. Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who take an opportunity to wish all of the students the best of luck all throughout the school year. So proud of all the accomplishments and what you do. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Don't forget, if you missed the action on BCB, you can read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And Trenton Thunder baseball back for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. That starts all the fun and excitement of the Trenton Thunder season. All throughout the summer, you can join the post-game fireworks. Tuesdays, kids eat free. Wednesdays, they do the Dollar Dog Nights. Thirsty Thursday, Pork Roll Fridays. Trenton Thunder baseball, big league futures, major league fun. And you can get ticket info. Visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. All right, for the Ewing Blue Devils, top of the lineup, Sam Leibowitz, Joey Andreas, and Jake Mignona going to be facing Mason Grant. And a good start for the Spartans to give Grant already a little bit of a cushion here today.
Yeah, Mason Grant coming into this contest, his 3rd appearance on the young season. This is the 6th game for the Spartans in 2025. He has a 2.80 ERA, 9 runs allowed, 4 of them earned, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks. He had 6 Ks and no base on balls in his last outing against Allentown.
Pretty much a 3-pitch approach, fastball, curveball, a little bit of off-speed stuff that you'll see from Grant. And as we said in our Trentonian pregame activities, brings some experience at the varsity level here into this year. And you're going to need that, some senior leadership. And why not from your starting pitcher today? Set a certain tone. Righty set to go. Winds and fires, and a first pitch swing by the Blue Devils. This will trickle foul down the 3rd baseline. Would have been trouble there for the Spartans.
I wonder if they wanted him to run it out.
I might have heard that a little bit.
You heard that? Okay. Yeah, but you never know with those kind of balls. It's close play on the line. Is it going to stay fair? Is it going to go foul? Might as well just beat it out just to be safe.
Yep. Ground ball to short. Joey Ditta handles it, throws over to Porcella to get Leibowitz. and 1 down in the bottom of the first. Brings to the plate Joey Andreas. And Andreas looks at a called strike from Mason Grant. Grant just looks like a pitcher. Tall, kind of lanky, righty as he winds and delivers. That's fouled off, and he jumps in front of this batter. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and he looks like he pitches with some confidence, too, and why not? I mean, he's a 3-year varsity player, nearly 100 innings of varsity under his belt.
0-2 just off the end of the bat by Andreas.
And we mentioned in our pregame show he was phenomenal against Ewing last season, so got to be coming in this game with some extra confidence knowing he had their number last year.
0-2 drifts just a little bit wide. Got a little bit of a yip from the Steinert bullpen. They thought that might have been strike 3. The 1-2. Bouncing ball on the infield. Tommy Dida makes the play. The third baseman with the throw in time to get Andreas. So a 6-3 and then a 5-3 put out. The Dida brothers over there. You got Tommy at third and Joey at shortstop. Now at the plate, Jake Mignogna.
Talk about the pitcher being a varsity player. That did a name. It's going to see plenty of varsity years between both brothers. Joey did obviously a phenomenal shortstop out there.
Ball 2 from Grant. 2-0 pitch. Finds the plate with that one. Kind of tough for us to gauge any part of the strike zone, really, from this angle.
Yeah, we're going to have no idea if it's close or not.
Trust the home plate umpire. 2-1 delivery. Gets the call, and 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As much as I know me and Andrew love to argue with the umpires, today I don't think it's going to be one of those days.
The 2-2. Lined out to center, and Capera's got to handle that one on a bounce. A base hit for Jake Mignogna. And with 2 down, he's at first for pitcher Ryan Gregg. Grant checks the runner, delivers a strike. WBCB, also your spot on the radio dial for Phillies baseball. Opportunity for them to pick up another series win tonight. Swing and a miss at the plate from Greg.
Yeah, what a game last night that was. We're doing it back at the station. Obviously, you can listen to it, 107.3 FM, like you said. But back and forth, Harper and Turner bringing it out.
Ground ball. Gavin Giolella goes off the heel of his glove, and safe all around for the Blue Devils. Ryan Gregg at first. Mignogna stops at second. And now 2 on with 2 down. And up to the plate, cleanup man Ryan Gregg with an opportunity to do a little damage. And as they say for the pitcher, help his own cause. Takes inside. Now Ordini takes ball 2. Sorry, second baseman Michael Ordini now at the plate. Gregg at first, Mignogna at second. And they'll throw over, and they got him. Pickoff play is good. They get Jake Mignogna drifting off of second base. So Ewing looking for a little 2-out rally, but it's cut short. Great pickoff play by Mason Grant. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner, left on base after Mignona was picked off. So after one complete, Steinert in front 2-0. High school baseball on WBCB. It's the McCaffrey's game of the day, and we'll return to Ewing in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Back here at Ewing High School with the Steinert Spartans in front 2-0 as we go to the second. Hayden Caruso, Gavin Giolella, and Tommy Ditta set to hit against Ryan Gregg. Spartans got off to a quick start. Joey Ditta with a base hit. He was driven in by Jack Pirelli with a triple, and then Jack scoring from third base on a wild pitch. After that, Ryan Gregg really able to settle down. Struck out 2 of the next 3. Great to be here. Overcast day. Again, temperatures just getting above the 50-degree mark. I think by the time we're done, we're going to get back into the upper 40s. And a bit of a breeze. Not as bad as it was on Tuesday, but still pretty chilly for baseball. And something that could wear on the pitchers for their feel of the ball as Gregg winds and fires in there to Caruso. And of course, not a great day to hit, Andrew, when that ball can really sting and vibrate right into your hands.
Yeah, if you get one on the hands or off the end of the bat, you're certainly going to be shaking things out when you're running the bases.
A slow dribbler on the infield. Gregg off the mound, fields it well, and throws out Caruso. Nice job by the pitcher to field his own position and get the first out in the top of the second.
Yeah, it always helps when you have a pitcher who's comfortable coming off the mound to make a play, and Ryan Gregg starting to settle in a bit here after he allowed those first 2 base knocks to open up the game.
Now faces Gavin Giolella, takes a cut at the first one he sees. Giolella with 13 plate appearances so far. Couple of hits in the early going, and he takes that one, ball 1.
Pretty bold move by Giolella, going no batting gloves out here in the cold weather.
Well, it's all about the feel. He's got the feel, maybe.
I can't feel anything.
I mean, those batting gloves, though, they can really cut down on those vibrations and the stinging feeling that you can get. So maybe you got to give him a tough guy award. Going gloveless, the 2-1 pitch from Gregg. On a couple of bounces, snared by Rodriguez at short, and he throws across to get Giolella for out number 2. Flash in the leather. Looked like it took kind of a weird hop on Rodriguez and did a good job to just stick with it.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the game, looking at infield, outfield, and the 2 teams are out here warming up. The infield took some wicked hops, so infielders got to be on top of their game and try at least get in front of the ball and keep it in front of them.
Yeah, ball going to be bouncing every which way here at Andrew Greener Field. Great to have you with us today. Like we said, overcast, a little bit breezy and cool. Can't wait till we get the heat turned on here in the spring. 1-0 pitch is in the zone. Tommy did a limited plate appearances so far. Get an opportunity today at third. But this one just his third plate appearance so far this season, the 2-1. Takes down low and a hitter's count. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the second. Actually picked up a couple of Phillies tickets for an upcoming game. Looking forward to that. 3-1. Like he was taken all the way, full count.
So did I, Chris.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going the 17th.
That is sweet. Well, great to be here today. You don't even need a ticket for this one.
Hey, dude, they're selling them. I saw a guy. I had to pay him $10. Telling me that wasn't a real guy?
Yeah, I don't know. You might have got ripped off.
Dang it.
Long look for Greg. He's got his pitch. The 3-2.
Oh.
Gets the called strike and sets down Tommy Ditta and retires the Spartans in the top of the second with no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. A good bounce back inning for Ryan Gregg. His Ewing Blue Devils trail 2-0. It's high school baseball here on BCB as we head to the bottom of the second and let you know that celebrating 50 years of business supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. And they have it all. New and pre-owned cars, trucks and SUVs, work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford, a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. Coming soon to the area, the largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And we thank them for making portions of today's game possible here on WBCB. Thanks also to Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman, wishing the Ewing student athletes good luck throughout the season. Go out there, make it count. Go Blue Devils. Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes all Ewing students the best of luck this season and encourage them to give it their all. And Mayor Bert Steinman cheering on everybody out here on the field. Thanks also to the Blend Restaurant. And WBCB sports fans get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant, 911 Route 33 Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports. You'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu at blendbar.com. Back to action, bottom of the second. Ordini Rodriguez Tirado set to bat here against Mason Grant. And Grant delivers the 1-1. Out to right field, a fly ball that Jack Pirelli gets to. And makes the put out, 1 down. Brings up shortstop Wilfrey Rodriguez. Again, defensively for the Spartans, you got Priscilla at first, Giolella at second, Ditta at shortstop. That's Joey at shortstop, and Tommy Ditta at third base. Grant winds and fires and swing and a miss from Rodriguez. Finiello, Copera, and Pirelli from left to right in the outfield. Caruso doing the catching for Grant. And that one skips right past Caruso. Kicks and fires, comes up high for ball 2. Righty delivers, gets the inside corner. And the 2-2 gets him. Strikes out Rodriguez for out number 2 in the bottom of the second. Got somebody warming up in the Steinert bullpen. I don't know if that's because they're going to have a short leash on Mason Grant or if that's somebody kind of getting in a bullpen session.
Got to stay warm somehow.
Tirado out in front of that one for strike 1. Ground ball cut off by Tommy Ditta. And he throws out Tirado, his second put out here. And that's the end of the second as the Blue Devils are shut down. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. It remains a 2-0 game with the Steinert Spartans in front. And we're coming right back to Ewing High School for more on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Back to Ewing High School, the home of the Blue Devils. High school baseball on WBCB. Chris Hermer with Gus Barber and Andrew Myers. And yeah, we're pretty sure that's just a bullpen session there for the Spartans. Gus, you were telling me you saw Simonka, who's back there getting in some work. He pitched quite a bit on Saturday.
Yeah, he pitched a full game. Gave up 3 runs in that game against Hillsborough. They
a game on WBCB.
Yeah, you go look back. I was riding solo that game, no color commentary, so it was a lot of me just mumbling and rambling on. It was probably a funny watch, but yeah, Simonka won a full, complete game, 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, but had a decent pitch count. So we would assume that that's just a bullpen, try to keep him warm and get his bullpen sessions in while he can.
Yeah, and Andrew, you were saying Mason Grant has not gotten a lot of work in, so it's not like he's pitched a lot to warrant a quick hook.
Yeah, it's been a week since he's been out there on the mound, and I get that it's cold, so maybe his leash might be a tiny bit shorter if he starts to lose it a bit in the middle innings, but, I mean, we've talked about it time and time again on this broadcast already. Grant's been the horse of this Steinert staff for the last couple seasons, no different this year, so I'd assume that Brian Giolello is going to ride him as much as he can here.
Besides that first inning with the 2 runners, he looked great.
Up to bat for the Spartans, center fielder John Capera takes a first pitch strike from Ryan Gregg.
And just taking a peek at Steinert's upcoming schedule, too. They have a game on Saturday and then 4 games next week, so you would think that they're going to try to have Grant go as long as he can today.
The 0-1 reaches out, pokes at that one, sends it to shortstop, and Wilfie Rodriguez is able to catch the weak line drive for the first out in the top of the third. So nobody on, 1 down for Joey Ditta. First pitch swinging last time up. Here takes one in the dirt. Ditta with a base hit and a run scored. Like, talk about you got to have a feel. You got to have the right baseball. Now it looks like Ryan Gregg has one he likes, throws that one in there. It's up high, so it would have been a ball, but couldn't check his swing. So it is strike 1 on Ditta. Just kind of spun him around.
Yeah, he got fooled there. He wasn't sure what he wanted to do.
1-1. Grounded sharply, but foul. Brian Giolella got to skip out of the way of that one. Got to be alert out there.
Yeah, we talked about the hitters today. Got one in on the hands or at the end of the bat. The hands was saying you certainly don't want to get hit by a ball today, even if it's just a little chopper like that.
The 1-2 pitch. Dida takes down low. Two misses and runs the count full. Sometimes Gus tells us about his days as a catcher way back when on the baseball diamond.
Oh, yeah, as a former catcher over here.
The 3-2 bounced foul. And I bounced around, little catcher, kind of a second baseman. Andrew, what was your, where would you gravitate on the baseball field?
Yeah, my favorite infield position was second base. Then I kind of turned into a pitcher a little bit in my later days out in a Babe Ruth.
Ground ball on a hop. Mignona has it and throws in time to get Joey Dida. There's 2 down in the top of the third.
Yeah, I played the fat guy positions. First base, catcher, third base.
That catcher role, that's you need an athlete back there.
Yeah, and I was one. I was very nimble and loose in the legs. You know, I could get real low, spread them out.
Jack Pirelli at the plate.
Gus,
Takes ball 1.
If you had to compare yourself to an MLB catcher, where would you go?
Ooh,
Put you on the spot there.
The 1-0.
Stephen Vogt.
Okay, I like that. Now, Guardians manager, I respect that.
Now that's a tank back in behind the plate.
A spark blower, like a fire hydrant guy. 2-0 pitch from Greg. Gets the call and he jumps out of Pirelli. Pirelli with the RBI triple, his first plate appearance. Drove in Dida, then came around to score himself. 2-1. On the infield, Ordini has it, makes the play, and Pirelli retired. So a 4-3 put out to end the top of the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and the Spartans still holding on to a 2-0 advantage as we go to the bottom of the third. High school baseball here on WBCB, and today's game brought to you by the Trentonian. Read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. Also, thanks to the Hamilton Township School District. Join Hamilton Township School District for their pop-up schoolhouse events. Each event open to the entire Hamilton Township School District community. Going to be community resources, food services, games, local businesses, refreshments, school supplies, technology, and you get to meet school staff and teachers, get to meet the educators. August the 7th, they're at Sayin Elementary. August the 12th at Cooser. August the 19th, they'll be at Wilson, and September the 9th at Greenwood Elementary. Some opportunities to kind of get a feel for the Hamilton Township School District, and we thank them for being on hand for today's game. Also, thanks to Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models, from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. They don't do any of the market adjustment things on any of the cars in stock, and you get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will buy your vehicle even if you don't purchase a car there. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car at Hyundai of Trenton. Car buying made simple, and the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Bottom of the third, and for the Blue Devils, Connor Lane gets his first plate appearance. He'll be followed by Mason Bourne and Sam Leibowitz. A couple of quick strikes from starter Mason Grant. Grant working quickly. That one comes in up high. Got my navigation going.
I think it's trying to tell the pitch where to go into the catcher's mitt. Go right and then do a little break left.
Down low for ball 2.
I thought we got hacked for a second there.
Yeah, that was amazing how it just happened out of nowhere. That hasn't made a noise since you've gotten here. Now all of a sudden, oh.
Tell him to make a left-hand turn.
Google, they're listening to us.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And time taken. Not sure who called that. I think that was Lane. He's set. Grant fires. And he strikes him out looking. Connor Lane, a strikeout victim. The second today. Second strikeout today for Grant. Brings up right fielder Mason Bourne. And Bourne watches that one in there for strike 1. That would look like a similar spot. Again, kind of tough for us to see over to the side. Now a ball and a strike. The 1-1 from Grant.
That was a good off-speed pitch.
And really, Mason Bourne didn't know what to do with that one. Didn't know to swing, hold up the 1-2. Couldn't find that one either. Fooled by that pitch. And swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down. Nobody on for Sam Leibowitz as the Blue Devils go back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, saw that he was uncomfortable with that off-speed curveball, so goes right back to the well with it and gets him swinging. Great job by the pitcher there.
And Andrew Grant really seems to have settled in right now. He's finding a rhythm. The 1-0.
Yeah, he got the first 2 batters out in the first inning. They ran into a little bit of trouble. Was able to get out of the jam with that pickoff play for the 3rd out of the inning, and he's been cruising ever since.
2-0. Maybe feeling a little bit of that confidence with this rhythm as he works to the bottom of the Blue Devil lineup. 2-1. Ground ball handled by Tommy Ditta at third. Throws across to get Leibowitz. Another 5-3 putout. And we are through 3 complete. Steinert still in front of the Ewing Blue Devils 2-0. Here's we got high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. And we'll return to Andy Greener Field in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Top of the 4th, and for the Steinert Spartans, again up 2-0. They got both of their runs in the first inning, and since then have cooled off quite a bit. Remy Finiello, Caden Hurley, Chase Porcella set to hit here in the top of the 4th. And Ryan Gregg, as we mentioned, after giving up those first 2 early runs, has been able to really settle in, and from that point on has struck out 3 and not given up a hit after that.
Yeah, the Spartans lineup, they can be prone to strikeouts. Through 5 games this season coming in, they've averaged just under 8 strikeouts a game. So Greg with those couple early strikeouts in the last couple innings, and both pitchers, pretty decent pitch count through 40 pitches for Greg, 39 pitches for Mason Grant.
Finiello's been hungry to get back up there. He struck out his first time up, but has been one of the consistent bats, one of the hot bats for the Spartans at the top of the lineup. The 1-0 sharply hit ground ball under the glove of Rodriguez and out to left field. And that ball was really well hit. I'm not sure. I think you got to give that an error on the shortstop.
Yeah, that was a routine play. It was a hard hit right at him, but like you said, it was right at him. Just picked up his glove a little bit, went right through the 5-hole. That's a E right there, as I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that ball like hit the dirt, and it just stayed right down on that at ground level, able to sneak under the glove of Rodriguez. So with one on, here's Caden Hurley. Takes a first pitch strike from Greg. The 1-0. Fly ball to center. Leibowitz able to get to it, make the grab for out number 1 in the top of the 4th. So 1 down, 1 on for Chase Porcella. Ground ball along the first baseline, handled there by Tirado. He'll step on the bag for the force out, throw to second, trying for the double play, but the throw is late. They do get Porcella with a 3 unassisted putout for out number 2. Finiello moves up to second, so he's in scoring position with 2 down for Hayden Caruso.
A little smart play by Tirado there. He's right at the bag. Why not take the sure out, and then would have been tough to get 2 at second base, but he at least got that second out there.
Yeah, definitely a smart play, and they get that second out. But an opportunity makes for an opportunity for Caruso. Base hit could help them extend this lead. Greg delivers down low. Count to Caruso, who had a ground ball just to the right of the pitcher's mound. Ended up being a good defensive play by Ryan Gregg to get him in his first plate appearance. 2-1. Just in a bit off the plate.
Hayden Caruso still looking for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 8 now in 10 plate appearances. Does have a couple of walks on the year.
Well, he's got a hitter's count, 3-1, as Finiello takes his lead off of second. Grounded right up the third base line, but it skips off the chalk and foul. Gloved over there by Mignonia, but it was to the left of the bag. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Caruso strikes out, and that's a big one for Ryan Gregg as it shuts down the Steinert Spartans. No runs, no hits. They do leave a runner on base as Finiello reached on an error, and the score remains 2-0. Spartans in front as we go to the bottom of the 4th here from Andy Greener Field. In today's game, brought to you by the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. Thanks also to the Hamilton Township Education Association. They want to take this opportunity, wishing all the students the best of luck throughout the school year. The Hamilton Township Education Association, proud to support you. This message brought to you by the HTEA, the Hamilton Township Education Association. Thanks to Chris Auto Body, offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. And they make it easy and simple, from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris Auto Body works with all insurance companies. They provide a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Accidents are an inconvenience, and Chris Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption. Local pickup and delivery and rental cars on site. Chris Auto Body, locally owned and operated with 3 locations. They're in Fairless Hills, in the Falls Autoplex on Business Route 1, and in Lambertville and New Hope. Chris Auto Body wishes all the student athletes a successful and safe season. Stay with us after the game. We'll have our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game, and the IPB, proud to support high school sports on BCB. Check out their signature location, 63 Butler Street. Great rolls, deli meats, pastries. Drive by, smell the homemade bread made daily. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies and great dessert trays. Again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Bottom of the 4th. And for the Blue Devils, Joey Andreas, Jake Mignona, Ryan Gregg set to bat against Mason Grant. And Grant delivers that when it's fouled off by Andreas, and he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 delivery in there. The 1-1 delivery, 1-2 count now. 1-2 pitch on a couple of bounces. Joey Ditta, the shortstop, snares it and throws out Andreas. They've been busy over there on the left side of the infield, Tommy Ditta and Joey Ditta.
Yeah, and he makes that play just look so routine, but it's really not. That's a difficult play to make that easy.
The 2-0 lifted to right, pretty deep, but Pirelli drifts back a little bit and makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Base is empty for Ryan Gregg. Yeah, I think that left side of the infield has been responsible for either 6 or 7 putouts.
It's pretty good.
The 0-1. The other big play was a pickoff where Mason Grant threw to Joey Ditta at shortstop, and he dropped the tag down on Jake Mignona. 0-2. Missed, but not by much. Grant peers over the glove, delivers the 1-2. In short center, could be trouble. In for it, though, is John Capera, and with his speed, able to make that look pretty easy. Makes the catch on the pop-up for out number 3. And so another 1-2-3 inning for Mason Grant. He set him down 1-2-3 in the 2nd, the 3rd, and now in the 4th. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. And we are through 4 complete. High school baseball on BCB. We'll return to Ewing in just a moment with more action for you on the WBCB Sports Network.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service with our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience. Our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
We go to the top of the 5th. The Steinert Spartans in front of the Ewing Blue Devils, 2-0. High school baseball on WBCB. The Spartans getting their 2 runs in the top of the 1st. And from the top of the lineup, Joey Ditta and Jack Pirelli scoring. And since then, Ryan Gregg has settled in. He'll face Giolella, Ditta, and Capera in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, this has got to feel great for Ryan Gregg after he got roughed up in his first 2 outings of the season, allowing 2 runs in that first inning, but then 3 straight scoreless going into this 5th. I'm sure he'd like to get a little run support, but keeping his team in the game, that's all he can ask for after he allowed those first 2 guys on and in to score in the first.
Grounded foul down the third baseline. And yeah, that's got to shake your confidence a little bit when you get out there, the first 2 guys you see swing at your first 2 pitches that you throw, and they have a base hit and a triple, and from that point to settle down, hit your spots. 0-1 hits his spot right there and is in front of Gavin Giolella. Grounding to short his first time up. 0-2 gets him, swing and a miss. Giolella strikes out for the first out in the top of the 5th, brings to the plate Tommy Ditta. Ditta got caught looking his first time up today. Ground ball gloved by Tirado. He'll take it to the bag unassisted and retire Tommy Ditta for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down in the 5th. Brings to the plate Capera. Hit kind of a weak line drive, his first plate appearance over towards Wilfrey Rodriguez. And the shortstop retired him on the line out. This time Gregg starts him off with a called strike. Ryan Gregg has struck out so far 5 here in the first 4 2/3 innings.
I know Coach Giolella is not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, that's
right there.
Going fishing.
You don't want to go lunging for it. That's how you know it's out of the zone, and he was really lunging there.
0-2 popped up on the infield. Ryan Gregg calls for it, and the pitcher makes the grab. So Capera pops out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Gregg in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. Yeah, there have not been a lot of base runners here so far today, as we are now through 4 1/2. And great to have you with us on WBCB. Today's game made possible by the Trentonian. Thanks also to the Revere Restaurant. They got their Easter brunch coming up. Yeah, can't beat a good brunch. They got the continental breakfast bar, scrambled eggs, bacon and sausage, shredded home fries. I'm getting hungry.
I had to say this at Saturday, and I'll tell you what, Chris, I was loving the menu.
Cannolis, tiramisu, eclairs, cream puffs.
Yummy.
All right, so the Easter brunch, a special deal at the Revere, Sunday, April 20th. Adults are $42, kids $22. The buffet also includes a blueberry walnut salad. There's Caesar salad, grilled salmon, lemon rosemary chicken. So check that out. For reservations, call 609-882-6365, 609-882-6365. Yeah, our Easter dinner is so early that it should be a brunch. We're eating at like 2 o'clock.
Well, and especially this year for people like me, there's another big event on that day, WrestleMania Sunday. That is a big event in my household, at least for me. Big WrestleMania guy. WrestleMania and Easter are both on the same day. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, that's a day I celebrate as well.
Everybody celebrates WrestleMania.
So top of the fifth, Ordini, Tirado, or Ordini, Rodriguez, and Tirado set to face Grant. Yeah, so far, Mason Grant has given up just one base hit. And he jumps in front of Ordini. Got him to fly out to right first time up. 0-2. Just a bit outside.
Grant's delivery looks just so effortless. He's tall, but he really doesn't have a very big stride. Doesn't bend too much, but man, as you get to the plate and throw strikes.
1-2. I think that's, Andrew, kind of a mark of a good pitcher. If a guy doesn't seem like he's laboring at 2-2, swing and a miss, and he strikes out Ordini. Not a ton of strikeouts today for Mason Grant. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That is his fourth. And brings up Wilfie Rodriguez with the bases empty and one away. And Rodriguez takes a called strike. The 0-1. Big cut there, comes up empty. Yeah, I feel like maybe we got a generous strike zone today, which is a blessing on a chilly day.
It's a blessing for us.
Keeps not a blessing for the hitters. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out.
But then it gets to a point like it is right now where the hitters are starting to know that the strike zone is a little bit wider than normal, so they're going to have to start swinging at stuff like that one. Probably didn't want to swing at that one, looked a little bit out of the zone, but just the way he's been calling it, he's just going to have to keep it close. So.
Yeah, it doesn't help with your chase discipline when the umpires, you don't feel like they're keeping that strike zone discipline.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ball down low to Tirado. Yeah, you're right, though, Andrea. Mason Grant just seems like he's pitching without a ton of effort, just serving him up there, but now falling behind Tirado. But he's got him 1, 2, 3 in the second, the third, the fourth. 2-0. Out to right field, could be trouble right along the baseline, and that will fall in. Base hit for Josh Tirado. Jack Pirelli not able to get to that one. And just the second hit of the day for the Ewing Blue Devils.
And those are the ones that kill you as a pitcher. That really wasn't hit that hard. Trying to get the final out of the inning. He's been cruising the last couple of frames, and now he's got to keep going to work here and get this final out.
Connor Lane couldn't check the swing. He goes. The 0-1 pitch to him. Swing and a miss for strike two. Grant checks the runner, and throws over. They did pick off a Blue Devil base runner at second base. That was a big turning point in the early going today.
Yeah, 2 runners on. Since then, Ewing hasn't really done much.
The 0-2 on that pitch. Josh Tirado kind of faking like he's going to run, trying to make something happen out there. 1-2. Ball 2 outside. The 2-2 from Grant. Popped up back behind home plate, and no play for Caruso. Gave it a look, but it clanked off the backstop. If that backstop wasn't there, probably would have come down in front of the... Might have been a playable ball.
Hey, would have probably had a chance.
But for Connor Lane at the plate, now you got to think, hey, I'm given kind of a second opportunity here. 2-2. And he is caught looking. Connor Lane rung up, and Mason Grant strikes out the side. He gets 3 strikeouts in the inning. Does give up a hit to Josh Tirado, so no runs, 1 hit. They leave a runner on base. We're through 5.5 here from Andy Greener Field, and still the score, Steinert 2 and Ewing nothing. Today's game on BCB. So much great community support to make today's game possible, including from the Trenton Thunder. They're coming back for the 2025 season, and they got all the fun. Check out ticket information. They begin on June the 4th, and they're doing it all summer long. TrentonThunder.com for ticket info. That's TrentonThunder.com. Thanks also to Saul Funeral Home. Since 1899, proud to be part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports the community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff, always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Check out their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Proud to sponsor today's game, and they hope you're enjoying the action. Thanks also to Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman cheering on all the student athletes as they take the field. Best of luck, Blue Devils. Go out and give it your all. Hey, WBCB sports fans, get 10% off of your food check at the Blend Restaurant, 911 Route 33, Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports, and you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu at blendbar.com.
I'll tell you what, Blend Restaurant, that is a great name for a restaurant, in my opinion. And it says WBCB Sports fans. I wonder if we, us employees, also get 10%. I'm a fan.
Oh, yes. Just
Blend,
mention WBCB Sports, see what happens.
Blend Restaurant, great name.
Bottom of the 5th. For the Spartans, Ditta, Pirelli, Finiello, top of the lineup, and Joey Ditta, first pitch swinging. That is a foul ball. Well, not by much. Maybe a foul by a foot. And Ditta, after that ball, you can see him shaking off his hands. That one probably stung pretty good.
It wouldn't have if he was wearing batting gloves, but Ditta now not rocking gloves. He didn't rock gloves in Saturday's game, too. Don't know if that's just something he normally does or as of recently he hasn't been doing it, but not the smartest of times to not start doing it.
Also, probably hands stinging a little bit less if that would have been a fair ball. That's good contact, but that one also drifting into foul territory. Connor Lane racing to try to get to it, but no play for him.
Surprised he had enough room out there.
A lot of room in foul territory here, but then they have they got that second line to show you that some balls are out of play, in there for strike 3. Ball gets away from Andreas, and that'll force a throw to first, but it's in time, and Joey Ditta strikes out for the first out in the top of the 6th. Brings up Jack Pirelli. Pirelli with the best hit ball so far today. Had the RBI triple in the first. Just kind of hug a ball that went right along the first base line. Fouls it back to the backstop for strike one. Oh, 1 delivery. Line drive out to left. A solid base hit for Pirelli. He's 2 for 3 on the day. And with 1 down, he's at first for Remy Finiello. Last time up, Finiello hit it pretty sharply on the ground and ended up getting past Wilfrey Rodriguez. Bounces this one foul down the third baseline. Little kick stop over there by Brian Giolella. Kick stop and a beauty, eh?
That was a good Canadian accent.
I was hanging out with Bernie Perrant last night, so.
Yeah, and they kept talking. They were speaking French, Monsieur Perrant. I was hearing Jolly.
Bernie and Chris Pronger was out at our Flyers show. Line drive out to left. Solid smash there by Finiello. Moving up a bag is Pirelli. He's at second. Finiello at first. So first and second, 1 down for DH Caden Hurley.
Top of the order again coming through for the Spartans. And I'm sure they'd like to add another run on here to this 2-0 lead. And it's the perfect time to do it with the top of the order. And now you got the cleanup hitter coming up.
I'm not sure.
I believe that was number 12. Courtesy runner takes over for Pirelli. I think that's Stephen Wright at second base now. Well, you got good eyes. Can you see, is that a 12 he's wearing?
Trying to see.
Sharply hit ground ball, and that's through on the left side. It is Stephen Wright, and they're going to send him. He rounds third, and the throw is cut off. Pinch runner Stephen Wright scoring to extend the Spartan lead. It's 3-0. RBI base hit for Caden Hurley. And then good base running by Hurley as he picks up the extra bag. He's at second, Finiello at third, so 2 in scoring position for Chase Purcella. And Porcella takes down low from Greg. Well, Ryan Gregg has done a good job keeping his Blue Devils in this game. Right now they draw the infield in. Feeling like they cannot afford to give up another run here. The pitch to Porcella is low. Base hit from Porcella could blow this thing wide open. Right now, 3-0 Spartans. The 2-0 delivery in there. Porcella there maybe just waiting to make sure the pitcher delivers a strike. There is a first base is open, 2-1 delivery. Bounce foul. Down the first base line, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this is a point where Ryan Gregg got to strap up, hit his spots, make some pitches. 2-2. That was a good pitch, spoiled by Porcella, just got it off the end of the bat to stay alive. Chris Ermer, Gus the Bus Barber, Andrew Myers with you here today for some high school baseball. 2-2 from Ryan Gregg. Right there, checking the swing as Porcella takes ball 3. On deck is Hayden Caruso. mean, they do have don't want to give them anything too good to hit. The 3-2. Called strike 3. Purcell caught looking. And that's 2 down in the top of the 6th.
Can't have that happen if you're Purcell. A 3-2 count. Can't leave the bat on your shoulder there. Got to protect. And he was found off a couple pitches there to battle through. But in the end, Greg's able to get him down.
Hayden Caruso, first pitch swinging, comes up empty on that one. Spartans have added a run in the top of the 6th, looking for more. The 0-1 up and in. Now time taken. Joey Andreas wants to go out, talk with Greg. And I believe for Ryan Gregg, this will be his 75th pitch. Right now, both pitchers with manageable pitch counts. And it seems like if you want your guy to go the distance, both of these guys might have that capacity here today. 1-1. Ball a little bit inside. Finiello at third, Hurley at second. And that's popped back out of play. Ryan Gregg trying to work his way out of a jam here. 2-2 pitch. Skips that one up there to run the count full. Caruso so far 0 for 2 today. With a ground out back to the pitcher and a strikeout. The payoff pitch. Ball 4. And they do have that base open, so the walk to Caruso loads them up. Nowhere to put Gavin Gialella. And a pinch runner for Caruso takes first.
Number 15.
Dominic DeFrancis. Now a base runner, and Gavin Gialella taking some practice swings. Gialella 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Takes one up and in. Couple of base hits, a walk have loaded them up. And now Ryan Gregg having trouble getting these balls down in the zone. A couple of up high. The 2-0. That one also looked like might have been up in the zone. And Gavin Gialella chases it, pops it up, out of play.
Yeah, just a little eager to swing there. As, like you said, that definitely was going to be a ball.
2-1 pitch. Popped foul. And no play over there. Well, at this point, this would be a win for Ryan Gregg if he can work his way out of this inning, only giving up 1 run. The Spartans have extended their lead. They're in front 3-0, but they've got the bases juiced, and a 2-2 count at the plate to Gialella. Big pitch here from Gregg. 2-2, misses down low. Ryan Gregg, a lot of deep counts in this inning. He just builds up the drama. He's set, delivers the payoff pitch. Gets him looking. A called third strike to Gavin Giolella. And Ryan Gregg gives up only one run, leaves the bases loaded. And in the inning, I think I got him for 2 hits. But that run, a little insurance for the Steinert Spartans, puts him up 3-0 here in today's game. And gives us a quick moment to let you know today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Wishing all the students the best of luck. Proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Join us after the game. We'll have our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game. And for their efforts, they get a certificate from the Italian People's Bakery, their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for a free hoagie for being our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game. Thanks also to Chris Auto Body, offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple, from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris Auto Body works with all insurance companies and provides a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Accidents are an inconvenience, and Chris Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption to your life. They do local pickup and delivery. Rental cars are right there on site. Chris Auto Body, locally owned and operated with 3 locations. They're in Fairless Hills, in the Falls Autoplex on Business Route 1, and in Lambertville and New Hope. Chris Auto Body wishes all the student athletes a successful and safe season. Still time to get your reservations in for the Revere Restaurant's Easter Brunch on Sunday, April the 20th. Make your reservations now. Call 609-882-6365, 609-882-6365. And the 2025 summer camp registration is open for the Hamilton Township School District. A lot of camp options are out there. Visit htsdnj.org. Check out all the camps and register. Email questions to htsd summer camp at htsdnj.org. It's a lot of letters.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. I had to do that read Saturday, and it was, oh my gosh.
HTSDNJ for the Hamilton Township School District of New Jersey. Swing and a miss at the plate here for Mason Bourne. It's 9-1-2 for the Blue Devils in the bottom of the 6th. As that's popped out of play back behind us. Got some high school baseball today, high school lacrosse on campus. Great to have you with us here on BCB. The 1-2 pitch. Down low for ball 2 to Bourne. Bourne's only plate appearance today. Saw him with a strikeout to Mason Grant. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle and through. Base hit out to center field for Mason Bourne, and that's how the Blue Devils wanted to get the bottom of the 6th going. And they get to flip the lineup now. Sam Leibowitz at the plate with Joey Andreas on deck. First pitch swinging, popped up, drifting back, Gavin Giolella. And he goes into short right field to make that grab. Retires Leibowitz, 1 away. And brings to the plate Joey Andreas with a couple of ground outs. He's hit them both to the left side of the infield. Takes down low. One 1-0 pitch off the plate for ball 2. Activity for the Blue Devils in the bullpen. Called strike in there to Andreas. Josh Tirado getting his arm loose 2-1 out to right on a line and right towards Jack Pirelli. Right fielder makes the catch. And there's 2 down. 1 on in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Jake Mignogna. Only 3 hits given out by Mason Grant, and Mignogna has 1 of them. Takes strike 1.
And all 3 of those hits singles for Ewing. They now have 27 hits on the year and just 2 extra base hits.
0-1 ground ball played by Porcella, and he'll take it to the bag unassisted for out number 3. So the Blue Devils set down 1-2-3 after a leadoff base hit. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. And it remains a 3-0 game as we go to the bottom of the 6th here on WBCB.
Top of the 7th.
Top of the 7th. Yes, excuse me. Last chance time here for these teams. Gotta keep me honest here. Appreciate it, Gus. Which means I'm sending it to you. We'll be right back here to Andy Greener Field.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Pitching change for the Ewing Blue Devils. They trail it 3-0 to the Steinert Spartans. Taking over on the mound is Josh Tirado. So he will go from first base and take the baseball he pitches now. And it's a straight switch because pitcher Ryan Gregg goes from the pitcher's mound over to first. Top of the 7th. And for the Spartans, they got 2 runs in the first inning. They added 1 in the 6th. And so far the Ewing Blue Devils haven't been able to get a lot of offense going, as you've been talking about, Andrew, but still for the Spartans, you got to feel like you want to tack on an extra run, a little extra insurance, make sure you do what's needed here in the final moments to make sure you come up with a big win.
Yeah, they were able to add that run last inning to go up 3, but still, it's not the safest of cushions. And anytime you can add on, especially after they left 3 runners on base to end things in the 6th.
And I think that's like the magic number is 3 and 4, Gus. Like when you talk about a baseball lead, 3, that's where you get the save opportunities. That's where the game is still kind of in reach. Once you get to 4, it feels like things become much, much more difficult to mount that comeback.
Yeah, it starts to feel like it's a little bit less easier to obtain. Like you said, you still got that 3 run. You got that save opportunity. Once it hits that 4, screw the saving. You're just in there trying to get the win.
Josh Tirado's first pitch in up high to Tommy Ditta. Tirado finds the zone, a ball and a strike. For the Blue Devils in the 7th, they're going to have their 4, 5, and 6 batters set to hit. Ball fouled off of Ditta's foot. It's got to feel a little extra sensitive, a little tender or whatever, a little sting on a cold day like this.
Oh, yeah, that thing hurts.
1-2 pitch. Sharply hit ground ball, but it's foul down the first base line.
Josh Tirato's numbers this year. This is his third appearance on the season. Did pretty well last time out a week ago against Nottingham. Threw 50 pitches in 5 innings. Allowed 1 earned on 5 hits.
1-2. Didn't miss by much, but it's ball 2. Tirato's 2-2. Maybe lost the grip on that one. That was well outside and runs the count full. The 3-2 pitch down low for ball 4. So Tirado comes out and walks the first batter he faces. Brings to the plate John Capera. Capera so far 0 for 2 with a line out to short and a pop-up back to the mound. Maybe a chance to maybe try to pick up a bag, get aggressive on the bases. And right there, like another lunging bunt attempt. He offered at it for strike 1.
Yeah, it looks like the Spartans are trying to play a little small ball here, get that runner over. Not a great pitch there to bunt on, though.
0-1. And there's a nice bunt right in front of the plate, barehanded by Joey Andreas, and the catcher throws out Capera, but the sacrifice is good. Dida moves up to second. So 1 down and a runner in scoring position for Joey Dida. Dida led off the game today with a base hit on the first pitch he saw. Chance to do some damage here. Ball down low. The runner goes. The throw. Nice attempt there by Joey Andreas just to grab that one and throw to third. But the stolen base picked up. Tommy Dida at third. Kind of a funky looking play. Dida looked like he went halfway. The ball got away from the catcher. He said, all right, I'm going to keep on going. The way that ball ricocheted off of Andreas, too, almost looked like he was going to get to it. Swing and a miss. A ball and a strike to Joey Dida. Tirado kicks, fires, gets the call.
Infield in again for the Blue Devils. Tommy did it over at third. Got to be smart with his base running here. Brian Giolello letting him know.
1-2. Off the end of the bat, foul. And a chance here for the batter, right? You bring that infield in. If you can make some good contact, even something on the ground has a really good chance of sneaking through the infield. Not only plating the run, but putting you on base too. 1-2. Inside for ball 2.
And especially a smart hitter like Joey Dida. He's top hitter on this Spartan team in the early portions of the season. He's not going to swing at a lot of pitches out of the zone. He's going to be smart in there.
2-2. Popped up. Foul territory on the third baseline and playable there for Jake Minonia. Makes the grab for out number 2. So Joey Ditta with the foul pop. He is retired. Brings to the plate Jack Pirelli. Right now, Jack Pirelli, one of the leading candidates for player of the game. Pirelli with his RBI triple in the first. Right now, that has given the Steinert Spartans the winning run in this game. Added another base hit in the sixth. And Pirelli with 2 runs scored as he came around to score both in the first and sixth inning. 1-0. Takes inside. Ball gets past Andreas coming in from third. And safe at the plate is Tommy Ditta. Makes it 4-0 Spartans. Great base running there by Ditta. A good job to read the play to get him from second to third on a ball that got away from Andreas. And right there, that ball quickly to the backstop. Tirado did all he could to make a play or get to the mound, but did it too quick, and it's a 4-0 game. Ball inside to Pirelli. .30 delivery from Tirado. Now the 3-1 pitch. Sharply hit ground ball backhanded by Ordini, and his throw in time to get Jack Pirelli. Great play, great defense that time by the Ewing Blue Devils. And in the seventh, 1 run crosses the plate for the Steinert Spartans to give them a 4-0 advantage, and they get that run without the benefit of a hit. So 4-0. Last chance time for the Ewing Blue Devils as we go to the bottom of the seventh. High school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Yeah, we got this one, a Notre Dame game also today. You remember the other slate of...
Allentown versus Lawrence baseball.
Gotcha.
Jordan Hershon fished for scores on that one.
And those games are ongoing. Catch it all on the WBCB Sports Network. Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Wishing all the players the best of luck. And Thunder Baseball back for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June the 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Ticket info at TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Post-game firework nights, Tuesdays, kids eat free. They got the dollar dogs and the pork roll. Always a good time at Trenton Thunder Baseball.
Trenton Thunder, more like the Trenton Tomato Pies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. June 28th, I believe, they announced the date for the tomato pie game.
Thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery. Check out their signature location, 63 Butler Street. You probably can grab some tomato pie over there, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Join us after the game. We'll have our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. Still time to make your Easter brunch reservations. Sunday, April the 20th at the Revere Restaurant. They are hooking it up big time with just great brunch offerings, dessert table, a buffet. Make your reservations at 609-882-6365. Bottom of the seventh, last opportunity for the Blue Devils. Greg Ordini Rodriguez facing Mason Grant, who right now is on the verge of a possible complete game win. Finds the zone with that one, a 2-1 count to Greg. This will be pitch number 80 for Grant. Misses low and away.
And we have senior Ethan Zimmerman warming up in the pen for the Spartans as well, just in case Grant runs into a little trouble.
3-1 from the righty. Popped foul. And the count now full. The 3-2 pitch. Just outside a bit. Ball 4 to Ryan Gregg. So Gregg gets the job done and gets on base. Brings to the plate Michael Ordini. Said it may be an equipment issue.
Yeah, Joey did a sprint into the dugout there and need a new glove.
Well, he's got that rectified back to his spot. And now, after a quick talk with Hayden Caruso, Mason Grant back to the mound. Trying to get him to the finish line here. Spartans up 4-0. And in there for a called strike to Ordini. Ordini 0 for 2. Flied out to right and struck out swinging his last time up. Couldn't find that one. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, ground ball to second. They'll go to Ditta for 1, and it's a double play. A 4-6-3 twin killing. Giolella to Ditta to Porcella. And there's 2 down. Nobody on for Wilfrey Rodriguez.
Pitcher's best friend right there, and Mason Grant, after that leadoff walk, eliminating him immediately with that double play ball, and now he's out away from this complete game shutout.
Yeah, well, one of my guys, I thought, Jack Pirelli, certainly worthy of a player of the game status, but starting pitcher Mason Grant has also been outstanding today. The 0-1 swing and a miss. And now the Blue Devils down to their final strike. The 0-2. Just a bit inside for ball 1.
Couple Spartan infielders thought that was the final strike of the day there.
That one misses as well. 6 strikeouts for Mason Grant, and here comes his 2-2. On a line and snared by Tommy Ditta. Ditta with the catch of the liner, and that's the ball game. Spartans win it 4-0 over the Ewing Blue Devils. Spartans scoring 2 in the first, and then they added a run in the 6th and the 7th. And for the Blue Devils, just held off balance all day by starting pitcher Mason Grant through about mid-80s as far as his pitch count was concerned. And able to kind of keep them off balance. Nobody really able to get much going for the Blue Devils. I believe the farthest they got was a runner to second base. Yeah, that was back in the first inning.
Yeah, that was in the first inning when he got picked off.
So good defense, good pitching by Steinert, and they come up with the run support that they need. They get the 4-0 win. Our player of the game, I don't know, who do you guys think, Pirelli or Mason Grant?
I think Mason Grant.
Can we get a little...
We could do a little bit of both if only we had 2 certificates. But
no, I just need a consultation to see what you guys think. You like the pitcher?
I like the pitcher. Anytime you can go complete game shutout, I think that earns you of a player of the game.
Well, you can catch that interview a little bit later on the WBCB Sports Network. Big thanks to the crew, Gus Barber doing our video engineering, Andrew Myers behind the camera helping to call all of the action. Thanks to all of our sponsors for being with us. Kessel Dermatology, Team Toyota, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Saul Funeral Homes, the New Jersey Education Association, Haldeman Ford, Mayor Bert Steinman, along with Blend Restaurant, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Saul Funeral Homes, the Trentonian, the Hamilton Township Education Association, don't want to forget the Trenton Thunder, the Italian People's Bakery, Also, Hyundai of Trenton powering portions of today's game, along with Chris Auto Body. Well, again, thanks to the crew, thanks to you for being with us. It was Mason Grant with a complete game win, and the Steinert Spartans getting past the Ewing Blue Devils to even their record at 3 wins and 3 losses so far on the season, and they drop Ewing to a win and 4 losses so far in their 2025 high school baseball season. Again, thanks for being with us one final time from Andy Greener Field, the Steinert Spartans 4, the Ewing Blue Devils.